Okay, we're in our second area of making a case, and we're looking at suspects. Now we're looking at whether we can detect lies in suspects to determine if they are guilty of a crime or not. There are several ways you can tell if somebody is lying to you. One of them, if you've got the apparatus, is you can use a lie detector test. This looks for skin reactivity, skin response, while you're plugged into a lie detecting machine. Another type of way to tell if somebody is lying to you is to observe them and look for micro cues, fidgeting, uncomfortable when they're talking to you about the story, the crime. Paul Ekman, which we've watched the video on, relies on micro cues and says we can tell reliably and consistently if somebody is lying to us just by looking at their facial expressions, and people can't control these. They're the basic emotion and give themselves away in their facial expressions. Okay, so our study, which we can compare against Paul Ekman's research, is an English study. It's in the UK and it's down in Kent. And our researcher is called Mann, in 2004. Now, she got Kent police officers, all from different divisions, to watch videos of police interviews. Before they watched the interviews, they had to write down about their experience of interviewing suspects, detecting lies in their history of being in their job. Now, each suspect was presented in a control condition in an interview situation, and you could just see their head and torso. So she had control consistency. So although it was a field experiment, she did have quite high controls to reduce extraneous variables. Now, there were 14 suspects, and of these 14 suspects, there were 54 clips. The clips varied from 6 to 145 seconds. Now, after watching each of the clips, they had to rate whether this person was lying or telling the truth. And they did this using a Likert scale, which will collect ordinal level data. What she found was police officers, these are cases that have gone ahead and we know if they're guilty or not, so we know if they were lying or not lying. And what she found from using this evidence and the police officers' confidence rating was that they were better than chance. So police officers are significantly better at detecting lies. In this case, we don't have a control group, so we've got nothing to compare with, and that's because we can't show the general public interviews of suspects. Now, the things that they relied on, according to the police officers, were gaze, movements of the suspects, the vagueness in what they were saying, contradictions within their story, and general fidgeting during the interview. So the conclusion is from this experiment is police officers are better than average, significantly better than average, at detecting lies in our suspects. So therefore we should be able to confidently make a case against our suspects.